We got Miss Dana's 2018 Toyota Sienna back in the shop today. We just did all of the spark plugs and the coil packs on the rear. I feel like that was maybe 2 weeks ago. She called me, said, hey, do you know where a good alignment shop is? I hit a curb and blew my tire out, and now the steering wheel's crooked when I drive. I'm like, you need to bring that over here. Like, this system with a rack and pinion, you can't just create slop. Clearly, this is the side she hit the curb on. You'll see the tire is leaned inwards and towed inwards. So we're gonna get up in the air. We're gonna dive in there. I did a quick look at it on the ground the other day. I'm pretty sure she managed to bend the entire strut assembly. All right, so we're gonna dive into this strut replacement here. Before we even get started, I will say I'm gonna put an Amazon link up here in the video and in the description below. So if you'd like to order those, they are cheaper and it helps us out because they give us some kickbacks. But otherwise, we're gonna get right into it. All right, here we go. Got all my tools cleaned off of the cowl here. So I got these ones laying here, but we're gonna go ahead and start off. We're gonna remove these wiper arms. So you gotta get in here with like a small flathead screwdriver or a trim removal stick and pop these caps off right here. I could get in there, there we go. Yay. So we'll do that on each one, and that exposes, that looks like a 13mm nut. All right, the nut's actually a 14mm, so you'll go ahead and zip that out of there. Just like that. So we'll get both of them out, and then you just grab underneath this side with one hand and on this side, and you just kind of work it back and forth and pull upwards, and it will slide right off of this shaft. So I like to sometimes lift it up like that, and then there we go, just like that. And then we got the wiper arms off. We're gonna move over and we're gonna get these little trim pieces off of each side. They are matching, so I'm gonna use a trim removal stick here to try and get them unclipped. This one's kind of loosey-goosey already. These are made out of plastic. I'll have a link for this in the description as well, and any other weird tools that I use. We just kind of get it under there, get the clips popped up, and then pop these puppies out of there just like that. There's one on each side. All right, now we're ready to pull this upper cowl panel here. So we're gonna come down here to these little white things and unscrew them. I think these hold it on. Let me just hold this mat up though, I'm not super sure. There's two. And we'll take this little cover out of it, I think, for the brake fluid reservoir, just in case. And I do believe it should be held down only by clips now, so we'll grab over here and start trying to work it up and forward, just like that. See if we can't see that on this side. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, bud, don't you know? Those, just like that. There's just a whole bunch of retaining clips that run down this thing. While we have it off, we'll clean all the leaves and stuff off of it. And here you can see how the clips all are. So you just pop them up and pull it off. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and unplug the motor here, which is a squeeze tab, and unplug. And we're gonna have a 10mm bolt here, a 10mm bolt up there, and one over here on this side. And we need to undo one connecting arm, I believe, but possibly not. I think that, now we'll take those 3 bolts out, and I think this whole assembly, we'll slide that grommet out towards the driver's side, and then this whole motor assembly should come right out of here and open up this lower piece to come out. With those bolts out, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. Just slide it slightly towards the driver's side and it comes right out of there. So once that is done, it is pretty straightforward, man. This is not a hard job. Pretty much anybody can do it. You're gonna want to get your car up, get the tire off, get it supported. Make sure you have enough play. If you're on the ground, you'll want a jack and a block of wood to put tension up underneath it. But here we go, we're ready to go. So first things first, we have a 12mm holding the brake line and the ABS wheel speed sensor to the strut. We need to take this out. While we do that, we're gonna take out this 10mm down here on the wheel speed sensor. And then this whole wheel speed sensor will slide right out, and we can take all of this and swing it over here to this side out of the way. So let me grab those things and a better flashlight, and we will get right into it. Here we are, 10mm down here, and the wheel speed sensor is out, so we'll slide that out. This little holding clip, you just grab over here with your finger and pop it out. Do the same thing on this side. That will slide up here. And then just gently drop the brake line and work the bracket out. Bam, bam, donezo. We will set this stuff over here to the side out of our way, kind of like that. Cool. Now we need to take off this 17mm nut right here. I'm going to zip it with an impact, and then if it doesn't come all the way out, we'll have to put a wrench on it and hold it with an Allen head or a small Torx. It looks like both are an option there, but we take this off and then we'll knock our sway bar link out the backside there. Here it is with the nut off. The impact didn't get it all the way off, but gets it right to the end, and then I just hold it and use a ratchet wrench to take it out. Speed it up a little bit. So now that's out. So now what we're gonna need is a 22mm for these nuts and bolts right here. So you're gonna have a wrench and an impact or a big ratchet, because these are gonna be tight. So I'm gonna shoot this with the impact on this side while I hold it with the wrench. I'm gonna take both these nuts off, but leave the bolts in. Also, at this point, you need to make dang sure you have the bottom of it supported. We're gonna take this off just in case they come apart, but we'll take the nuts off and the bolts will stay right there, and then I'm gonna go to the top side. Roll the camera from back over here just so you can see how tight these things are. My 1/2-inch drive Milwaukee impact could not even break that sucker loose. So I had to get out the big dog snap-on ratchet. Ugh. There we go. It's at least broken loose now. Holy guacamole. And then yeah, the bolt will stay in there while the nut comes out. Here we are. I'm on a step stool up top because I'm on my lift, but you'll see I got my window motor just tossed to the side. I didn't pull it all the way out like I showed previously, but this is all the room I need. Now you have 3 14mm nuts up here. So we need to break these all loose. And then zip them all off. And again, I can't stress this enough. Make sure you have the bottom of your make sure you have the bottom of your control arm and the whole assembly supported before you do this, because we're going to take these all the way off. Then we're going to slowly lower that, and the whole strut assembly is going to fall out from here, and we'll get plenty of room to swap it in and out. At this point, all we have to do is slowly lower this puppy, and we'll see it has enough play. It has enough play to come all the way out from the top up there without taking anything else off. So you'll see it is now completely free from the bottom. So we can knock these bolts out, and this whole unit we'll hold on to while we do can swing out and come right out, and we're ready to put the new one in. Come on now. So we'll just hold it over here and just kind of wiggle it. There's our bolt, and now wiggle it free, and out she comes. Woohoo! All right, one quick thing to note before I slide this other one back in. These strut bolts here, they have Loctite on the end of them, so you need to make sure you clean that off and you put fresh Loctite on. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do it literally the exact opposite of how we took it out. We're gonna slide it up and in, like so, and then get it onto our spindle, just like this. Just like that. So now we'll get the second one in, we'll push up on the spindle till that bolt hole lines up, get it through. Now, we're gonna watch our studs at the top, and we're gonna start cranking her back up and stab those studs through the respective holes. Bam, just like that. So now we're just gonna torque down the strut bolts here. I'm gonna dab my Loctite on there, and then we'll torque these down. We'll torque down the top ones, and we just put everything back together like we did before. I haven't looked at the torque spec yet, but I will put it on the screen now. And that's all there is to it. So hopefully this video helps somebody out. If it did, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe.